Welcome to the next lab session of Generative AI. Today we will be discussing about the program 6, that is using a pre-trained model to analyze the sentiment in the given text. So we are going to assume some of the applications and we are going to load the sentiment analysis pipeline, and then we are going to analyze the sentiment by giving the different sentences as the input. So here mainly we are going to analyze the sentences which are given as the text input into the pre-trained Hugging Face models. Or you can use the Google API models or the Hugging Face models. So any one of the applications or any one of the pre-trained models can be taken, and we can use it in order to check the analysis. So this can be mainly used in order to analyze the customer feedbacks or in any of the social media monitoring, whether the comments given is in a good manner or a bad manner, so whether it is in a positive way or a negative way, or in order to evaluate a product based upon its reviews. So for all these things, it can be used. So sentiment analysis is mainly a natural language processing. So natural language processing technique, which is mainly used to determine the emotion in the tone, which is in the form of the text. So if at all when you're talking, so it is easy to analyze whether they are telling in a positive manner or a negative manner. But in a given text, if at all you want to analyze it, so we can make use of the NLPs. So it classifies the text as positive, negative, or neutral. So here are some of the examples. So this product is amazing. So that means it is a positive one. So I'm very disappointed with the service. So it is a negative one. It was an average experience where the user is not too positive or negative. So we classify it as a neutral one. So let's see how this program works. So starting with, so we are going to install the transformers. So mainly the transformers are installed in order to get the embeddings or in order to get the pre-trained models. So for all these things, we make use of the transformers. From the transformers, we are importing the pipelines. So pipelines are the ones which are mainly responsible for the analysis, summarization, text generation. So for all these things, we make use of the pipeline. So we have different pipelines for different purposes. So here we are making use of a pipeline called as sentiment analysis. So this is the name of the pipeline. So this mainly helps in analyzing the statements or the inputs. So this is the pipeline which we are using. I'm storing it in the variable called as sentiment analyzer or sentiment analyzer, whatever the variable name you want, you can give it. Next, I have few input statements. So this is a corpus named as customer reviews, and I'm going to give it with few of the inputs. I absolutely love this smartphone, terrible experience. It's a decent price, was incredibly helpful. So you can give as many number of inputs as you want and you can read it. Now, all these reviews, I'm going to pass it into my sentiment analysis, and whatever the analysis it performs, I'm going to store it in the variable called as results. So now I'm going to zip both the customer reviews, that is my input statements which are there in the corpus, and the results, whatever it comes out for each of the statements. And while printing it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to print my sentence. What is the sentiment that is there regarding to that particular sentence? What is the confidence score, which is up to the two, you can say the extension of the decimal points, up to 2 decimal points. I'm going to print all these things together. So once I run it, so once it print the output, then you can see the sentence, the first sentence which we had given as the input, the sentiment is positive and the confidence is 1. Next, terrible experience. So the output is negative. Decent for the price. So here it gives us that positive, and customers are incredibly helpful. So it is a positive one. So this is one approach where directly we are using the pipeline and we are going to analyze the statements. Next, we can use the same thing using API keys, or you can use the pre-trained models, LLM models, and we can find out in a more specified manner. So whenever there are more inputs or large number of text, then we can make use of this approach. The first approach is suitable for a small number of inputs or the data. So in this approach, we are going to install the Google Generative AI LangChain, so which is mainly used for the large language models. Then we are importing the Chat Google Generative AI model and the prompt template in order to give the prompt input, and get pass is used to ask the user to input the API keys. So here you are going to enter the API key. With the help of the get pass, we are going to run it. So these are the input which are given into the text or into the model. So it is the corpus list of statements. Now I'm going to join both the statements as well as the sentiment along with it. So I'm going to use a template with the help of the prompt template. So perform the sentiment analysis for the following text, and the answer will be following is the sentiment for the given text. So this is like a starting statement where I want to print it in my output. So now this is the large language model which I'm using, Chat Google Generative AI. In that the model name is Gemini 2.5 Flash. So temperature is kept to 0 0.5 so that it does not provide any random answer. So for any definite answers, we have kept the temperature to 0 0.5. Now join both the prompt as well as the large language model together and then print the output. So it is going to invoke the large language model and it is going to print the output. So first we are going to enter the API key, then we get the output as invoking the model, followed by the statement which we had used in the template, that prompt template, and it is going to print the output, whether it is positive, negative. So here you can see the delivery was quick, but the packaging was damaged. So here we have got the mixed review. But in the first approach, even it took that was as a positive based upon the starting lines. So since it uses only the pipeline, so it does not give the exact accurate answer sometimes for large text. So here with the help of the models, the large language model, so we get the definite output. So this is how we are going to perform the sentiment analysis for the given input text. Thank you.